Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Noble Creation TV back to you with another edition of talking about the Detroit Lions and another video on the Detroit Lions. We're going to do a little draft talk and talk about the full order of the draft for the Detroit Lions. Now, in the first round, the Detroit Lions have the 20th pick, which everybody knows, pretty much at the end of the barrel, as far as with the pick being 20th. You go into the second round, the Detroit Lions have the 51st pick overall. And then you go into the third round, the Detroit Lions have the 82nd pick. Then we're going to go over into the fourth round. In the fourth round, the Detroit Lions have the 113th pick in the fourth round. And then we go to the fifth round, the Detroit Lions have 144th pick, and then they're not in the sixth round. They don't have a pick in the sixth round. So we go over to the seventh round, and the Lions have 211th pick in the seventh round. So the reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention is because I had to look at it and evaluate it and look at some of the other teams and what they need as well. I'm saying that the Detroit Lions, and I don't know how you guys may feel about it, but I'm saying that the Detroit Lions need to take the running back at the 20th pick, because I've looked on some of the other teams' websites and stuff like that, and draft picks and stuff like that, and there's other teams that want a running back as well. Now, it depends on what running back the Detroit Lions are going after. To me, it's only a few running backs that they should go out there, and I'm going to name these running backs who I think my top five. I'm going to give you five guys I think that the Detroit Lions should go out there, because we know they're not going to be able to get Saquon Barkley. So number one, you can go out there Rashard Penny. You can go out there Kalen Ballage, Darius Geis, probably a guy like a Josh Adams, and a Sony Michel type guy. Because if you don't pick the running back with the 20th, and not saying that you're not going to get a good running back in the other rounds, I'm not saying that. But if you know that this is the number one priority and that the Detroit Lions ranked 32nd in the league, which means they were dead last in the run game. If you guys go back into my playlist, I showed you, I did a video a couple days ago or a day or so ago about the run game and where we stood statistically with the run game. Detroit Lions is virtually last in running. So I think, a lot of people are saying that the Detroit Lions don't need to get a running back in the first round, but I beg to differ. I think that the Detroit Lions should go after the running back in the first round, because you may not get the guy that you really want. I know that the Detroit Lions know that there's a lot of running backs, and yes, it is heavy with running backs coming into this draft, and you're going to get a guy, but you may not get the guy that you want, that you really, really want. I know the Detroit Lions have their eyes set on a guy that they want. They've they spend hours and hours evaluating these things. So hopefully, it seems like as I'm looking at right now, as I'm looking at the draft pick order for the Detroit Lions, they're pretty much last in every round or the middle of every round. So a lot of other teams will have the opportunity to possibly go after the guy that they want. And Matthew Stafford needs help, man. He has not had the help. And I say this so many times, and I've said this so many times, that Matthew Stafford needs help from out of the backfield. We need a game changer at running back. That's what the Detroit Lions need. They need a game changer at running back. Somebody that's going to take some of the pressure off Matthew Stafford, because you saw last year that he could not do it all. So hopefully the Detroit Lions will do their homework. They're saying that they're possible. Some of the mock drafts are saying that they're going to take a defensive tackle or a linebacker or something of that nature. But they really need to evaluate this and really think about possibly getting a running back with that 20th pick, because you may not get the running back that you want. So we'll see, guys, how this plays out as the draft is right around the corner, how everything is going to go. But the Detroit Lions pretty much pick last or in the middle of the pack in every round. So it's going to be really tough. So we'll see, guys. I just want to talk to you small talk on the NFL draft for the Detroit Lions. I'll be back soon. Noble Creation TV. Peace.